Hello everyone, this is JW Vincent, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy II Completion! We're playing Final Fantasy II, and today, I have found that I am going to need to do a little bit of what they call grinding. We're gonna have to earn a little money, we're gonna have to earn a little cash, and check it out guys, we've got a new backdrop, got a little bit of a new backdrop here. It's not nothing special. Nothing special, mind you. No. What it is, though, is I moved into a different room so that I could keep the air conditioning running while also recording. Hey, look! Gigan Rhinos! Just what I needed! Let's go ahead and cast Blink and Swap. So, I'm sure you're sitting there thinking, what are you doing, JW Vincent? Why are you fighting this random battle instead of going toward Pandemonium? Last we left off, you were in the Jade Passage, and that seemed like a good place to be. No, it wasn't. It was not a good place to be. Allow me to tell you why. My characters... My bad. My apologies. My characters, despite being... late game characters, particularly Leon, despite being a character that you gain at the very end of the game, my characters, all of them, are not leveled appropriately for that final dungeon. At least, not to the best of my ability to tell. And this should become relatively apparent when you notice that I'm not able to kill these rhinos in just a few swings. So I hear you asking, but JW Vincent, if that's the case, what is your recourse? Well, my recourse, of course, is going to be to grind. And I hear you saying, you said that last grinding session was the final grind. Well, yeah, that last grinding session was supposed to be the final grind. And then I got into the Jade Passage and I got my arse handed to me. So now this is the final grind. Now you'll notice that most of my characters do not have weapons equipped. And I hear you saying, why was Furion attacking with his bare hands? Well, mainly because I forgot that I had him bare-handed. But also because this particular method of leveling up requires that I reduce my entire party's hit points to very, very low. Speaking of which, I'm beginning to realize that Gigan Rhinos are not a good enemy to test this out on. So let's just kill them like the rest and move on with our lives, am I right? But let me finish explaining what we're doing. So we're grinding. We're using the swap method, where you swap hit points with an enemy and then kill that enemy. And because your characters have all had their HP reduced to that much, you gain hit points and magic points at the end of the fight. Because, you know, you've reduced your magic points to 0, you've reduced your hit points to like 140 or something. And the end goal is to heal to have your entire team gain hit points. I can talk, guys. Really, I can. Alright, you need this and this, because we don't have time for this crap. I have a dresser here that I can tap on now. It's very nice. By the way, earlier in the video, I'm sure you noticed that there was a terrible roaring noise. I'm sorry, I don't know what's causing it. It goes away after I first hit record, but during those first few seconds of audio, I get a terrible fuzzy noise, and I don't know why. I need to... Oh, shoot, no, don't do that. I need that. I need that menu. Give me my recording menu back. Come on. I don't like, what's it called? I don't like split screen on my phone because, like, I'll reach up to drag the quick menu down. And as a result of dragging the quick menu down, instead of dragging the quick menu down, what I'll do is completely ruin my life with a split screen that my phone doesn't know how to deal with, for whatever reason. So yeah, we're grinding today. I know I've said that a couple of times, but we're grinding today. Because we need to. I don't know if I'll record Final Fantasy for the rest of the week, because I'm sick of grinding, and even more so, I'm sure you're sick of grinding. So we might just call it quits after today, until next week. I mean, hopefully, I have a party at the appropriate level to run into Pandemonium, and kill the Emperor. But the problem as I see it is that the game doesn't naturally allow you to progress. What fresh heck is this? What is this? Why are there so many Gigan rhinos hanging out outside of Finn? Whatever. I don't know how many hit points they have. A lot. But not so many that Leon can just wail on them. But enough that they can take a couple of ultimates to the face. This ought to get us started. This ought to get us rolling. The problem, see, the biggest problem with this grinding sequence is the sheer amount of time that it takes to actually land a swap. It's great and all if you swap. But with level 2 swap, which my entire party has right now, it is nigh impossible to actually swap with an enemy. And then, even better than how difficult it is to swap with an enemy, whoops, I stepped out of the frame again, even better than how difficult it is to swap with the enemy, you then run the risk of the enemy killing you, because you've swapped with them. And then, even better than both of those risks, you say, well, why don't you just level up swap? Well, using swap over and over and over again is supposed to level it up. However, it is one of the slowest leveling spells in the entire game. I can only assume that that is because they knew how powerful it would be. They made it difficult to level up and difficult to land. See? Miss. Miss, 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 miss. And I played for like an hour and a half the other day and only got swapped to level 2. So don't tell me to just... That thing has over 1,000 hit points. That can't be right because Leon's at 632. Huh. Well, how interesting. But Maria's at 979. I can't do anything with her now. I need to... Ooh, no, I don't want to cast Berserk on my party, though, because then they'll kill each other. Dang. I don't know what to do now. Maybe Leon will miss. Like, I'm hoping that I can just have Leon swing wildly, and he'll miss the party over and over. If nothing else, we'll have him attack Furion, and Furion should have, like, the highest chance to evade. Maybe Gus. One of those two will have reasonably high enough evasion. Whatever. My cat's in here. My Jinxie Poo's in here. She's 2 shelves down because they sleep on shelves. You know, you have cats. You know, maybe you don't have cats, and even if you don't have cats, you know. Actually, attack Maria, because you shouldn't be able to kill her. But it would be nice if we dropped her below 979 health. See? Nice. All we need is for Gus and Furion to swap with this Gigant Rhino, which should have around 300 health at this point, and then we can kill it and move on with our lives. Alright, let's go ahead and have Leon start attacking someone else before he kills Maria. And we have to start the process over. Because if you kill them, their starting HP is set to 0. And if their starting HP is set to 0, there is absolutely no way to fix their total hit points. If they die, and then you cast life on them, it does not treat them as having the life restored hit points minus their total hit points experience. It counts them as having 0 hit points at the start of the battle. Because that was their state when their hit point counter reset. It is absolutely not a good system, but it does exist. So now the system is Furion casts Swop over and over again, while everyone else punches Leon, until Leon gets into the red. And we'll have Leon punch Maria one more time, and then we'll have them all start punching Furion, until Furion either swaps or gets into the red. See, now everyone except for Maria and Furion are in the red, so we start attacking Maria and Furion. It should only take one punch to bring Maria into the red. Yep, only one punch! That was scary. And now everyone attacks Furion until he's into the red. And then we continue to hope for a swap. That thing will be at full health now. That thing's at full health now. Because Gus swapped with it. It's got around 3,000 hit points right now. Even if I did manage to swap, it would be pointless. Oh my god, I hate rhinos. It's easy when you're up against like a sergeant or something. When you swap, they go to max 140 hit points. And you get 140 hit points. Now, this thing's sitting around at who God knows how many hit points. And I'm sitting over here like, oh, I could still swap with it. If I swap with it, I won't gain anything. And my entire party is making unarmed attacks, leveling up their unarmed and their strength, instead of their respective weapons of choice. But you know, whatever. Yeah, I'm texting my wife while recording. I cannot tell you how tired I am of grinding. And this is literally only supposed to be an episode that I can upload today and say, look guys, sorry, but if I don't play Final Fantasy the rest of the week, this is why. This right here is why. I guess, as long as we're sitting here hating ourselves over this, we may as well take a look behind me, so check it out. First of all, this is Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. This is Super Mario Brothers 2 in its original box. This is Super Mario Brothers 3. And what else have we got up here? We've got Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Quest 64, and Banjo-Kazooie. Those two are up there because those are the games we're recording this week for the Year in Gaming this month. Got Super Metroid and The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. I'm fairly certain you can't see those. That thing died. Not sure how that happened. Whatever. There, did you see all those increases I just got? Now check this out. Very simple resolution. We come in here, we walk right up to the end, and we heal. And then we start the whole stinking process over again. And then we've got Final Fantasy Chronicles. Yeah, it's good. It's good. That's got a good game in it. Final Fantasy IV. Also got Chrono Trigger. We've got Final Fantasy Anthology and our Final Fantasy Origins. And you might look at it. You might look at it and say, something seems off about your Final Fantasy Origins case. Well, I made a mistake earlier. It was a pretty big mistake. I was lining everything up, and you know, I set Final Fantasy Origins on top of Chronicles and Anthology. And you're probably sitting over there thinking, he knocked that game off the shelf and broke it. That's right, I did. I broke the case. But the broken case is not what you're seeing there. I know what you're thinking. Ha ha, you idiot, you broke the case. And now you just have the broken case sitting up there. Wrong! Incorrect. What I have sitting up there right now is not a broken case. It is a new case. It is a double disc case because these two came in double disc cases because they have two discs. But this one came in a single disc case because it only had one disc. I hear what you're saying. Where did you get a double disc case that would work for this? After I broke the case that this one came in because it fell and shattered, I said, I have a game in my collection that came with two discs, or that came in a two disc case, but only had one disc. I should very much like to remove it from the equation. I don't think I should have to deal with that case, that one bad game being in a two disc case. So I took all of the covers out of that one. And put the Final Fantasy Origins stuff inside the two disc case. Now, I hear what you're saying. What game could be so awful in your collection that came in a two disc case that you're actually complaining about it? A lot of games, first of all. But they didn't come in two disc cases. The game I'm talking about is, some of you may have heard of it. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. And it is the worst piece of trash I have ever seen. And I played Spawn the Eternal last year. It's a really bad Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. Have you ever seen it? Some people might. It's not fair for me to just say, oh, it's a bad Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. Some people might love it. I can't deny that some people have bad taste and might love it. Sorry. But it's true. Some people see games like that and are like, that's exactly what I wanted from my Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. I wanted no spells or traps. I wanted all monsters to be able to be fused together, and I wanted a ridiculous 2-type per monster system that gave certain monsters bonuses against other certain monsters based on the zodiac sign you chose for them. Yeah. It's that kind of game. And I don't particularly care for it. I had a friend over one day, and she was all like, we were playing Tabletop Simulator. We were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Through the Tabletop Simulator, which is brilliant. I can just play with any starter deck I want. It's fun. It's fun. I love it. But, we're sitting there. I don't have to get my own cards out and, like, wrinkle them, get them dirty. They can just sit in their boxes, all nice and clean. So, we're sitting there playing. We play a few rounds, and she's like, I don't remember what exactly she said. It was something to the effect of, do you have another Yu-Gi-Oh! Game we can play? Because we had gone through all of the structure decks and stuff, and I was like, have I got a game for you? And I went and I put that piece of garbage into the, what am I trying to say? I went and put it into the PlayStation 2, I hooked the PlayStation 2 up, and we darn well went to town. It was the worst experience of our lives. It's terrible. It's an awful game. I don't care that you like it. I'm telling you, you're wrong, and it's an awful game. You might have noticed that everyone's taking a little more damage than you would expect them to. Really, how does Furion take 295 damage from one Gigant Rhino? Well, let me tell you how. He has no armor equipped. Nor does Maria, except for her black robes. Oh. Nor does, Nor does Leon, except for his diamond mail. Nor does Gus, except for his white robes. Why is Leon wearing diamond mail and no one else is wearing any armor except for robes? Well, I didn't have the inventory space to unequip his diamond mail. So he's just not wearing any. But the point behind that is that my party... Crap, did he just attack? No, I don't think he did. My party has a higher chance of succeeding in casting a spell based on penalties from equipment and weapons and stuff. So, by taking off all of their armor and their weapons, we increase the likelihood of a successful swap. Which is important because it is darn near impossible to land a successful swap. I don't know what this thing's health is at. It should be max, because Therion recently swapped with it. And if it's max, I guess I'm just gonna flail about until Maria successfully swaps with it, which will bring it down to 1022, and then Leon can try to swap with it. Which, if Leon successfully swaps first, he'll lose all of his magic points, and this will be a moot point. But if Maria does manage to swap with it, she'll at least gain magic points at the end of the fight, because she'll be at 0. I don't think this is a good level up system. I think it was devised as a cool idea, and then when it was put into action, it turned out that it was a terrible idea. I don't think this game was thoroughly play tested. I don't think anyone at Square played through to the end of the game in a normal gameplay and was like, this works very well, let's use it. Similarly, I don't think Final Fantasy I was thoroughly play tested, or else they would not have released that game. See, Maria swapped now, she has no magic points. They would not have released that game without the intelligence stat working. They released Final Fantasy I, and it had no intelligence stat. I mean, it had it, but it didn't do anything. And given that Final Fantasy I's level up system functioned on you get a random number of stats per level up, well, that sucked. Because that meant your random stat might be intelligence. And if that were the case, you didn't get a stat. You got nothing. You got sheer nothingness. That's a bad design. Whoever put that in place didn't know what they were doing. Alright. Oh, wait. He was about to kill her. He was about to just kill her. Alright, now it comes down to just punch Maria and Leon until their hit points get low enough to be considered red. Maria first. And look, You heard it. I'm sorry, but I'm sure you heard it. My mic was picking up some noise again, and I don't know where it gets it from, because it's not picking it up all the time. Just every now and then it hits this spot, and it's like, and I'm like, what do I do with that? How do I fix that? It's a fairly good mic. I shouldn't have this problem. But here I am, having this problem. Also, I'm fairly certain that every time they miss, her evasion stat goes up, which is great. That's fantastic. I'd rather her magic defense be going up, but we can't really arrange for that now, can we? I'd rather not be leveling up all of their unarmed skills, but if we don't use unarmed, they'll kill each other. Speaking of which, Leon might well kill himself at this rate, so I'm going to have him attack Furion now. Yeah, see, that could have been bad. I'm going to get one more punch off on Maria, because I don't think he'll put out 475 damage, considering Furion has some armor equipped, and Furion has no armor equipped, and Maria at least has some equipped. Alright, then all we have to do is come over here, and attack. Attack. Oh, he doesn't even have backup equipment. He's just, well, we're screwed. There we go. It's a dead Gigant Rhino. Guys, just like that. Hang on, let's see the stats before I get too happy. HP, MP, Strength, Spirit, Endurance, Magic, Strength. Down. HP, MP, Strength, Spirit, Endurance, HP, Endurance. How did Gus's magic points not go up? He was at 0. What? What? Whatever, man. Whatever. You're full of crap, game. So that's today's task. That's what I'm doing after I record, what is it? What am I recording? I'm going to record an episode of Quest 64 to upload today. And I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm just going to upload the Year in Gaming every morning, or record and upload the Year in Gaming every morning. And I'm going to try to get my Final Fantasy videos out of the way throughout the week. But that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you for being understanding. And the next video I upload will be us diving into Jade Passage. So, you know, be on the lookout for the next episode. Subscribe down below so that you can enjoy that properly. And I'm going to pull up my fancy little PC remote app. I'm going to hit this outro button right here, and you guys can join me next time. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. If you didn't, leave a comment anyway. Let me know what I can improve on, and be certain to click my icon in the upper right to subscribe for more upcoming content. I upload multiple Let's Play videos daily. In fact, there's another one right there in the bottom left corner. For more on this series, be sure to check out the playlist in the bottom right corner. Have a great day.